Hello everybody, it's your non-binary pal, Gracious E.V.A here, and it's finally time! Gateways is now officially out on Webtoon and Tapas. I'm so excited to finally be able to share this with everyone. Like I said, I'll be posting new episodes on Webtoon and Tapas every other Sunday. I have found a way to post the app pages in their full form so I don't have to split the panels up anymore, but they're still not the best quality. So if you want to see the episodes earlier and read them in higher quality, you can subscribe to my Patreon. I'll also be uploading exclusive speed paints of the comic pages for the higher tiers. The full chapters will also be uploaded to my website once they're done being posted everywhere else. I've also gone ahead and uploaded the initial character artworks I made as prints on my shop if you're interested. And yes, Mysteries of Despair will also continue to be uploading as well every other Friday. If you want to know more about this series, you can check out some of my other videos. But other than that, thank you so much for supporting this series so far, and I hope you enjoy it. Hello everybody, it's your non-binary pal Gracious E.V.A here, and welcome back to another chill speed paint video. This one is a drawing I made based off of some cool liminal photos that I saw. I'll put up the pictures that I found here. I don't know who initially made this, so if you know who made these, please let me know, and I'll credit them in the description. But yeah, I really like how these looked, so I thought, hey, let's make some liminal art. Because I really like the liminal kind of movement when it comes to photography as of late. I think it looks really neat, and it's a nice, it's like surrealism but for the more modern age, which I think is a good, which is how I would describe luminism, but might not be how you describe it. But yeah, as someone who appreciates both of those, I find this really cool. And yeah, I thought the perfect character that would work with this layout would be my character Lucid, because that makes sense. Lucid dreaming, liminal art, it's like, I feel like it goes kind of hand in hand with each other. So yeah, initially I had actually tried drawing the sketch for this traditionally, but that ended up just being sort of like a rough thumbnail that I used. And the hardest thing with this was choosing a size ratio. I didn't know if I wanted it to be like longer or taller. I have like two sizes that I usually go with for those. And at first I tried going with the wider perspective, but it just didn't really look that good to me. And I think it was because the initial reference picture was in that vertical perspective. In fact, a lot of liminal artworks are in that vertical perspective, unless they're like a liminal like picture of like a room, like the backroom stuff. I feel like those are often in the wide perspective. But for everything outside of like the creepy room element of liminal pictures, I think a lot of it is in that vertical aspect ratio. So I ended up going with that instead, and it ended up looking much better. So for this, I sketched out all the elements, Lucid, the clocks, and all of that. I didn't copy and paste the clocks at this point, or did I? I might have. I think I copy and pasted the sketch, but didn't in the line art, so that would look a little bit different from each other. And in the line art, I outlined Lucid first, just so that, yeah, I can get that right. And that went well overall. The only thing was I think I drew their shawl weirdly, and it's interacting a little bit weird with like their fur on their leg, but we'll just ignore that. It's fine. It's intentional. It's intentional. It's liminal. It doesn't make sense. It's fine. But yeah, and I also drew the clock and all that. My favorite aspect of this was going to be the color palette. A lot of like the liminal artworks that I was referencing off of for this one had that very pastel look, very airy, very like desaturated color sort of thing. And yeah, I tried to take some colors from the actual reference pictures for the background so that it would give off the right vibe that I was going for. And yeah, I did include some of my own elements into this. I think I did include like a little bit more orange into the sky for that extra sunset-y look, of course, because I'm me and I like to do that. And I also included these circular flowers later on in the background grass. I did this a while ago in one of my other artworks, this one. And I also do that quite a bit in some of my other works too, with like a lot more landscapes. I don't know why. It's just like how I like draw like loose leaf flowers when I don't want to add in a bunch of details. But I really like how they look here. I hand drew all of them, so that did take quite a while, but I think that ended up looking well. I didn't hand draw the grass. I did use a grass brush for that. But yeah, rendering in the clocks was fairly easy. I went with my textured brush to add in the shadows and then like a harder like line of light. And then for the rainbow trail was really interesting. I drew in like the trail in just like a solid color first, and then I added in the rainbow, trying to make it like curve along with like the actual trail itself. And then I blended it in with a textured brush so it would look like a little more like dirt, like like textured dirt sort of thing instead of, yeah, because it's like supposed to be like a trail, which is usually kind of made out of dirt. So yeah, I thought that would work. And then rendering lucid went really well. Just a bunch of orange lighting, and some more bluer shadows. And yeah, they ended up looking quite nice here. Ended up blending in well with the environment. And I didn't add in any clouds, like any special clouds in the sky or anything. I kept that like mostly blank, just the gradients, because that is also a thing with visual liminal artworks. I feel like the skies were usually they're just blue. But in this one and some other reference pictures that I saw, it was a little more sunsetty. So I did include that. And then, yeah, towards the end, I added in a little bit of text. I added in, "Do you miss this?" as sort of like a homage to like the time motif from the original piece and like memories and stuff. Yeah, and a lot of liminal pictures also have like these tags that are like that a lot. So yeah. I should have added a question mark. I don't know why I didn't. It's just like a statement now. But yeah, I think that was fine. This ended up looking quite nice. It's not very liminally, but it's like liminal inspired. I think it's because there's a character there. I think that's why it doesn't read like that. But I like how it looks. It gives off like a cool poster, I think. So yeah, I ended up liking how the colors look overall. And yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I will go ahead and let the rest of the speed chain play out. Thank you so much for watching. So I'm sorry I didn't have too much to say about this one. I made it a little bit ago, but thank you so much for watching. My comics are in the description below. My newest one, Gateways, is there as well. Thanks for Dribbis Rat for supporting me on Patreon. If you want to check out my Patreon, I have some lots of extra stuff there. So yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.